Good to go.
It is good.
Well, it says up and coming.
Oh, all right. There it is.
Go.
Live.
Welcome to the Prospectors Radio Show, the talk show for our community. Please welcome Rich Cooley, Indiana Gold Hunter Dennis Dayton,
Scott Swiftwater Tony, Rob Michael, Jared Wheeler, and your host, Tim Grimes. We hope you enjoyed tonight's show and thanks for tuning in. Hey, fellas, what's happening? Hold on.
What's not happening?
We're here.
Yeah, we're here.
We got snow in Montana, bombings in Iran,
Anarchy.
heavy winds across the United States. I mean, come on, we got it all, folks.
Heat waves.
Oh my God, that's one big one. Yeah,
It's
of
anarchy.
course, it's Arizona, so
Oh, yeah, you guys are supposed to get heat waves. Yeah.
yeah. I think, like I said, I see a posting the other day. It said 117. What was it, Friday or Thursday? I was like, good God.
That's warm. That's
There
little,
was no wind, Tim.
that's too, yeah, that's what I mean. That's a little too warm. 117. That's a little
you
toast.
know how you know how you can tell when it's really hot
Ah,
when the turkey buzzards are not even flying; they're on the ground in a tree.
yeah. They're trying to find shade. They're like, oh no.
That's when you know it's hot. They're like, I ain't flying around in this mess.
Ah, oh Lord, yeah, I can only imagine. Whew. That's toasty. I mean, we're in the 90s, but 117. Good
Yeah,
gracious. Yeah, that's too warm.
you can see my, like I said, got a good tan going on at least,
Yeah.
But other than that, I had fun. Like I said, did weekend on the boat. I was telling you guys that earlier. Did week on the boat, and it's a good weekend, fun weekend. But
Good.
man, it's kicked me in the butt.
It does.
You know,
Getting old.
and
All that partying's hard on you. I went
yeah,
fishing and it kicked my butt. And I wasn't on a boat and it kicked my butt.
yeah.
Oh.
Did you catch anything?
Ah, one bass, one crappie. That
You
was
got a
it.
crappie,
It was slow. Yeah. Yeah. That's
right?
hot, hot, hot. Yeah. Just couldn't get them to bite.
You know, it's funny because everybody's like, "Oh yeah, crappie's not that easy to catch."
Seemed like I
They're
always.
tricky. They're tricky suckers. They are
That's a
tricky.
good sized crappie too.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
catch more sunfish than do crappie.
I didn't catch
Yeah.
the bluegill. Yeah.
They're bluegills, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with Rich. Usually I catch
Panfish,
sunfish with bluegills.
Yeah. Nope.
panfish, yeah.
Did not. None of the above. But it still wore me out just being in the sun all day. I mean,
Oh
that
yeah.
just kicks your
Yep.
butt, drains you, sucks the life forces out of you. It's like, good Lord.
Of course, I had a couple brouhahas too, but
No, of course you did. I didn't. I had water and Gatorade. Tried to keep my electrolytes replenished.
I wasn't walking anywhere.
I just walked and walked and fished and walked. Oh,
I
yeah.
did all kinds of chores around the house this weekend.
I did that today, cut grass and stuff.
I did all that Friday, Saturday, and then today I used a smoker.
There
Smoke
you go. Big
me.
one.
Medicine ring blown.
I still say we
Did,
got to have a Rich's recipe corner.
Smoked really.
did you get the big smoker already?
Oh, yeah, I put it together. That's what I used today.
Oh no.
It actually worked pretty good. I was surprised. I was real hesitant because when on, what was it, Friday or Saturday, I burned it off, which means when you first get it, you got to burn it off to get all the
Sure.
oil and everything
Yeah.
out inside
You
of it.
season it.
Right.
All burned off.
Right.
So when I burned it off, and after I all got done smoking and everything, you're supposed to do it 350 for about 45 minutes. So once I did that, I opened up the doors and I wanted to get the temperature down. And I turned the temperature down to 150 because that's normally what I start out as. So I got the temperature down to like 145, 140, which that's the lowest it can go. So then I shut the door and put it on 150. It stayed at 150 and then went up to 160, but it didn't smoke at all. And I thought, this ain't going to be good.
Right.
That ain't gonna be-
I was real hesitant and I turned it off, opened the door, because you got to let them shut down before you unplug them. Because the fan still runs and the fire's still lit.
Uh-huh.
One thing with a pellet smoker or a pellet heater, if you have one in your house, I guess the worst thing to do is to unplug them while it's still lit. Because if you unplug it while it's still lit, it can catch on fire. And it can burn.
That's not good. That ain't good.
No, that ain't good.
So they tell you the first thing and the last thing to do is the most important thing to do. The first thing to do is when you light it, you open the door because it can explode if the door's shut.
Wow.
The last thing to do is don't unplug it when you turn it off. Leave the door open and leave it plugged in when you turn it off because the fan continues to blow and it has a shutdown cycle until the flame goes out and then the fan blows to cool it down before it shuts off.
That seems dangerous to me, but it's just me.
Because if not, what happens is the burn pot in there is still hot with flames. So it burns the pellets that's in the auger.
Mm-hmm.
The pellets will burn back into the auger and get into the
into the hopper.
and
Yeah,
the hopper will catch on fire.
sure. Wow. Crazy.
And you don't want that.
No. Dang.
Well, not for what you pay for it, and it goes up in flames.
No, you
Sounds
don't want
like
to burn it down. And then the other thing of it is if you leave a door shut when you're fired up and it ignites, it can blow the daggone door open or
Wow.
blow your lid open. I don't
I
have
don't
a
think
door.
I don't think I need one of those.
No blow it.
Right. I definitely don't need one of them.
No.
So
No.
you gotta read the instructions on them, guys. You're dealing with a pellet slower, you better read the instructions.
I am good. I am good. I think I'm
But
up.
I mean, other than that, so far, I mean, the heat fluctuated a little bit. Had it on 150, it went to 160, 170, and then back down to 150, and then it fluctuated a little bit. But other than that, I mean, ring balloon, it turned out nice and cherry like it's supposed to. Turned out looking really good. Seemed like it tastes all right.
All right. Well, I guess that's what matters as long as it.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Further on down the road, a few more tests, right?
Yeah, a lot more testing.
Shit. And that.
Yeah, this one doesn't have any Bluetooth capabilities, which I don't really care because I'm there all the time anyway.
I don't think I would leave that unattended.
Well, I go up and then I'm up and down every hour.
Right.
So
I mean, I wouldn't be at like work
I
and it's
check
running.
on it every hour and
Yeah.
make sure everything's okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I wouldn't trust it.
No, I don't, because anything can happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you catch on fire and
right. And you're at the store looking at it on your phone.
Yeah, looking at it on your phone.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
you're not going to get this. I got a friend of mine that went on my boat this weekend, and he's sitting there, and I'm seeing it went bing. So I looked down at his phone because I was just standing there, and it said something about his refrigerator and this and that. I was like, "What the hell?" And I said, "You got your refrigerator on an app?" He goes, "Yeah, my refrigerator, my stove, my washer." I'm like, "You got to be kidding me, dude!"
Yeah, he must have one of a smart refrigerator.
yeah.
Smart stove.
I couldn't believe it. I was like,
Well, the refrigerator tells you you're out of milk.
it tells you when it's open. I'm like, what the heck?
It's open. Yeah. Or what you
Somebody
need.
just got my refrigerator.
Yeah.
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 I was like, that's okay, folks, that's going overboard. I
Don't drink
care
my last Dr. Pepper.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, then my eye. See,
I see
blew,
it.
it blew my mind. He
Not
said his
again,
washer
right,
dryer,
Rich?
washer
Tree
dryer.
limb.
So,
Oh, okay. It was a poke in the eye this time,
Yeah, tree limb.
not your one eye episode stuff. Yeah, Scott.
poking,
Scott, your refrigerator could tell you the door's open, but they can't get internet correct.
right?
Huh. Go figure.
I don't get it. Hey, I'm glad I'm still on this long. So we're going for a record tonight.
These $1 million internet companies cannot get
Yeah.
the internet right.
Well, since 2 o'clock when I got home, it's already went down twice.
But your
Yeah,
refrigerator,
David, it'll dehydrate too, I guess. I just
Gosh,
think
Yeah.
crazy,
crazy,
Bunch of-
crazy world,
bunch
boy.
of- we can send the guy into space, but we can't have the internet.
Right, we
working.
can't get our internet proper.
Oh, the world we live in.
Uh-huh.
I reckon.
Just saying.
That's exactly right.
That's all I know. That is all I know.
You've been seeing O'Brien Wilder's posts?
But
He's been finding some gold up there in Alaska. I think he's diving again.
I thought he was captain.
I could have swore I seen him in a dive suit. And then he also showed a couple, I was going to say Arizona, Alaska pickers that they got.
If you read that post, it says Joe or somebody's about to go down. He took the picture.
Oh,
Okay. That's okay.
so he is the captain, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Captain Brian.
I think that's what he said. That he was going to captain.
Yeah, he's
the boat.
captaining.
He should change his name to Jack, and they can call him Captain Jack. Yeah,
Capitan.
Captain
He's a
Jack.
capitano.
He'd be like Captain Jack Sparrow. Captain Jack.
Oh, that's what it says. Dredging for gold at midnight on the summer solstice. PJ going in.
There you go.
Gold.
There you go.
PJ.
Okay.
Oh, there.
I didn't know if PJ was an initial or it was something he was just stating. I didn't know if that was him or not for sure, but I just glanced across it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I've seen some other people in Ohio, Idaho, digging gold, doing some
Uh-huh.
good job. Who else? Somebody was in Illinois, but I can't remember who that was. They're not part of the gold prospectors community. You know, they're not in our
Right.
circle.
Right.
But I know them because I know who they are. But he was finding stuff too in Illinois. I was like, hey, man, everybody's out. Like everybody's out.
Well,
So
speaking of gold, did you watch Whitewater? I know.
no,
I know
I didn't.
Jaron and Rob did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Scott,
did.
no, Rich, no.
Do tell.
Me, yeah. Okay. Input. What's your thoughts on this week's?
Well, I was hoping it was a mutiny, but
That's a mutiny.
Yeah,
This guy.
dude, Jaron. I was hoping.
no, they had the storm come in, pretty much reset them back to square one. Had to dig out all
boy.
the boulders again, but they actually managed to get all the boulders cleaned out and back to dredging in the same day. So
Uh-huh. Yeah, which was good.
Well, was there that wasn't that many then, evidently.
Oh, there was like 10 foot of overburden got pushed back in their hole.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, but moving all boulders in one day, I mean, you got to put them in the basket, and then the guy on top's got to take the
Yeah.
basket up and empty it and cut. That's
And dredged the hole back out to 10 foot again. Yeah.
I'm just saying, a little sketchy.
Yeah. Well, anywho. What
Yeah.
else, Jaron?
and then their weir was kind of messed up from the damage too, so they're trying not to die.
Right.
But they did end up finding a little gold at the end.
Little.
Couple pickers they showed. They didn't show a clean out or anything, but
Right. Just showed them a couple pickers. Yeah. And then
they found that giant piece of pyrite.
that was a big piece of pyrite. Yeah. It's huge.
Was it a what do they call it? The cubed looking
No,
pirate?
it was a brick looking.
It was like a rock.
Yeah, it was like a brick.
It was just a red rock.
Oh,
It was a virtual brick of pyrite. It's like, that was a cool find. But I guess they got Dustin convinced now to stay on that spot, right? That's what it sounded like to me. Am I wrong?
Well,
Yeah, it kind of seemed like that. I mean, they weren't making plans on moving,
Right.
Now that they got some gold, they just got to keep an eye on that weir,
Yeah.
yeah.
maybe reinforce it or something.
And get down to that bedrock.
It's just hard when you're. I mean, it's hard when you do all that work and someone decides to move,
Well,
and
yeah.
you're like, good
Well,
gosh,
Dustin decided he wanted to go check out another spot, some nice, beautiful waterfalls.
Yeah.
Um, the- they went and did some test panning, and not a speck of gold.
Right.
So
But he was testing over to the side. I would have thought he'd want to test right underneath the waterfall. Because that's where it's coming from, right? It's coming down the waterfall, the gold. And then it goes into the plunge pool. He was looking like off to the left of the plunge pool, like, okay, there's no gold here, there's no gold. Okay, now I'd have been checking in the bottom of the waterfall. That's
Or
why
could you
I
imagine? Can you
sampled it.
imagine? You imagine how that thing would beat you up being underneath it trying to get the cool
Sure.
dough?
Well, yeah, until you
they're
got,
breaking up bedrock along the side in
yeah,
hopes that there would be gold locked into it.
right.
So
Yeah. To me, I was like, I don't know. I'd want to get right underneath that waterfall checking. Once you got deep enough, that water wouldn't pound you no more. Right?
True enough.
I'd have stuck my shovel in under there as far as I could.
Stick
Got
my shovel in there. They're burning up 6-inch dredges, not a shovel.
No, I'm just saying they were testing that area. I would have just stuck my shovel under there as deep as I could and got me some dirt out of there. Tested it. Yeah. I don't know. But so that one is a no-go for sure, right, Rob? I'd say.
yeah.
I still think Dustin has his eye on that other plunge pool. Seems that way. So
He
maybe,
does change his mind if you've watched the show long enough.
or maybe he'll get another crew just for that area. Have them up there doing the plunge pool.
Well, he better do it now. But
Well, that season was how many years ago was that season?
oh, was it last year, right? Yeah,
Oh, I think it was 2 years, wasn't it?
really?
I think so.
No, just one.
Oh, it's only one, you sure? I thought it was like two. Two
Yeah.
behind.
Yeah,
One.
they didn't skip a season.
Oh, I thought
They
they
will
did.
be now, but
Oh, they will be skipping permanently now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Permanent skippos.
Yeah, because this is last go round in it.
Yeah, but I don't know why.
Well, it's
No,
it's
I
all
think
about
it just comes down to
it's
finance
ratings.
and viewership. Yeah.
It comes down to it comes down to ratings.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure it's all about ratings.
I mean, either you're watching it or you're not.
Yeah. I would think all the Gold Rush people watch it. Everybody that likes watching Gold Rush. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. 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 I know. But
You
But
got to look
after
at what night.
almost 20 years,
yeah.
Yeah, but you got to look at what night it's on too. I
Friday.
mean, yeah, Friday night people go out.
Friday.
They're not at home. Now, if
Yeah.
it was on a Wednesday or a Thursday, I bet the ratings would be probably double.
I watch it. I watch it on Saturday.
Scott, you're probably the only one in here that goes out on a Friday.
You know, me and Lisa goes out and eat. I'm sure Tim does too.
Oh,
I'm probably
Tim sleeps all Friday. When he gets home from work, he goes to bed and wakes up Saturday morning.
The only thing I go out on a Friday is if it's a meat raffle.
Heck no.
see, he goes out.
I go to sleep. That's what I
Matter
do.
of fact, we did Friday night. We won $200 and some meat.
Dang,
Woo-hoo.
she did. I don't even surprise.
How much did you win, or how much did you get?
What did we win? We won 5 pounds of burger. We won about 3 pounds of loose sausage, some chicken breasts, like 3 stuffed chicken breasts, and there's only one other thing. Baby back ribs.
Yeah.
Talk
5 pounds of baby rack ribs.
talk about covering the field, for heaven's
Yeah.
sake.
Oh, I don't. Rob said the problem is they don't find as much gold as the main show. People want to see gold.
That's true too.
Good point. Yeah.
And which most of us has gotten spoiled watching Gold Rush. 100,
Yeah,
200.
you watch Gold Rush and then watch Whitewater, and they find one little vicar. You go, Jesus.
But don't you want to see the reality of gold
Yes,
prospect?
I do. That's what I like about it. It's more real. It's more realistic to me.
Jack Flint's in the chat.
Yes, definitely more realistic to me, Rob, for sure. It's like, yeah, that's the struggles. You know, dredge, nothing. Where on the main show, it's dig. We got 300 ounces.
Yeah. That's, I mean, can you imagine? I mean, I know the machinery it takes to get that, but just that one way in, you're looking like
Oh,
300 ounces.
and
Good.
what is here? Let's go right to gold prices today, and let's say how 300 ounces would fare.
I'll tell you what, gold prices right now is in the green by 571. Took a green jump up $3,374. Not too bad. But
Okay.
what would 300 ounces be at that?
Right.
3,300. I just round it up. It's 74. I'll go to 400. So 3,400 times 300. Somebody's got to have a calculator because I ain't figuring that out in my head.
I can't figure it out in my head. Somebody will.
But anyway, silver actually went up to the 9. It's at, oh my gosh, Tim, $36.14.
Really?
Yeah,
Silver.
$36.14.
Sell.
I think it actually got above 37.
Wow, really, Rob?
It might. It's showing in the green at 0.9 right now.
Yeah. So I think it was a couple days ago, it was up 37 and a half. And
Oh,
Crazy.
it might start knocking on old 40's door.
Right?
Yeah, it topped at 37.37.
Woo.
Dang,
Should have
that's,
told Phil.
yeah. Sell.
Platinum, platinum come in at 1,275. Palladium took a little dump for $1 at 1,063, and rhodium, like normal, it says unch, but it's 5,800. Somebody's BSing because that's not what it was last week.
I think it was 5,700 last
Yeah,
week. Or
it's
600,
5,800 now. So
like $200. Yeah. It's like, really?
yeah, but man, 30s. Well, it says
Wow.
high on this was 36.17, and the low was 35.72 between. Must have been Friday, I think, because I don't think
Wow.
they're trading right yet.
I still just got to say, wow, on the silver.
Yeah, and Nasdaq was down, Dow Jones was up, and the S&Ps was down, which is kind of funny.
So
The Dow usually doesn't. Well, the Dow usually doesn't stay green while the other two go into the red. So, yeah.
Yeah. So what pushed silver? Huh.
I have no idea. Well, I got a little bit of an idea, but I'm not going to bring that subject up right now.
Okay. The hammer.
It has to do with wing birds.
Midnight hammer.
Yep.
Must have been.
Yep.
Okay. It's interesting now. Dang, that's keep an eye on that silver.
Yeah, the main ones I think about right now, U.S. oil is up 2.41%.
And Bitcoin?
Bitcoin is down a little, but it's still above 100,000 at $101,050.
Oh, okay. Little droppage. A little bit. Huh.
It needs to go down to about 50,000 and weed all the train robbers out.
I said, let it roll. Because I don't know none. Let it roll. Let it go to 200,000.
Nothing like that imaginary stuff.
I like it. Even though I don't have a bit of a Bitcoin, I still like it. Yeah. So, Rob, you got some stories. Rich, you got anything?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll let Rich go first, Rob, and because you
I
got
went first last time.
All right, well then we'll let Rob go first.
Okay.
See, I like it when they make decisions for me like that.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you, man. Oh, sorry, Rob. My bad. You're good.
Yeah. Let's see, which one do I need? Oh, yeah, that one right there.
Pennsylvania. My old Foot Locker.
Right.
My whole foot locker.
Excuse me here. So now, uh-oh,
Uh-oh.
I know what
It's
happened.
Fraser.
I
It's a
moved
treasure.
the page. There we go. So now we're gonna go to 17 hidden treasures in Pennsylvania that you want to hunt for.
Okay.
Now, image stumbling across a rusty old chest filled with gold coins or uncovering a hidden stash of jewelry buried long ago. Pennsylvania, with its rolling hills, dense forests, and winding rivers, is said to be home to treasures like these. Stories of lost fortunes and hidden riches have been whispered across the state for generations. From the Appalachian Mountains to the Delaware River, legends tell of loot left behind by bandits, buried gold from long forgotten settlers, and even missing military payrolls. Some say millions of dollars in valuables might still be out there waiting to be discovered. It's a thrill that has drawn treasure hunters from every corner of the state. Learning about these is stepping into a time machine. You uncover a piece of history while imagining the lives of those who hit them. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So on to our first one. This is a very popular one. I've seen TV shows about this. Dents Run Lost Gold.
Mm-hmm.
During the Civil War, a Union Army detachment was tasked with transporting a large shipment of gold bars. The gold was intended to fund the Union troops, but mysteriously vanished during its journey. The treasure is believed to have been a shipment of 52 gold bars, each weighing about 50 pounds, with its total weight is estimated to be over 2,600 pounds. Now, Captain James Castleton, the leader of the Union detail, is often connected to the story. He and his men were reportedly assigned to escort the gold from Wheeling, West Virginia, to the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia. Dent's Run, located in Elk County, Pennsylvania, is where the gold is thought to have disappeared.
Hmm.
Gold was hidden in the summer of 1863, and some say it was buried in a remote forest area to avoid the Confederate forces. Others believe it may have been stolen by the thieves or even the soldiers themselves. So, how much would this treasure be worth today? An estimated value has grown over the years, and at current prices, it's well over $60 million.
Cool.
That's a big treasure.
Hello.
Huh.
I like how Rob puts that. It mysteriously disappeared.
David Robber Lewis is buried loot. And David Robber Lewis, often called the Robin Hood of Pennsylvania, it is said to have buried treasure across the state. In the early 19th century, Lewis was a notorious highwayman who robbed wealthy travelers and stagecoaches. Stories suggest he hid his loot in remote locations to avoid capture by authorities. The treasures is believed to have been including gold coins, jewelry, and other valuable items stolen during his robberies. Some accounts describe the loot as being worth thousands of dollars at his time. David Lewis was captured multiple times but escaped from prison twice. He was eventually caught again and died in 1820, leaving behind rumors of his hidden treasures. Many believe his hidden treasures are in the mountains or forests of central Pennsylvania, including areas near Centrese County and Bald Eagle Valley. Now, if you were to discover this David Lewis's treasure, it could be valued at well over $2 million.
Inflation.
That's still a good piece of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't big as the 6, but it's still good.
Yeah.
Work
And
with
on to the Lost Silver Cave. The Lost Silver Cave is one of Pennsylvania's most tantalizing mysteries. In the late 1700s, a pioneer claimed to stumble upon a cave whose walls shimmered with rich veins of silver. Excited by his discovery, he left to gather tools and assistance, but was never able to find the site again. This cave is said to have contained the untouched veins of pure silver embedded deep in the rock. Unlike ordinary treasure chests or coins, this is a raw, natural wealth waiting to be mined. The potential fortune hidden underground has inspired treasure hunters to search for over 2 centuries. The name of the original settler has been lost to history, but his story has endured. He reportedly marked the location, yet dense forest and shifting landmarks thwarts his return. The Allegheny National Forest, with its vast and rugged terrain, is where the cave is thought to be hidden. Now, if you were able to find this lost silver cave and able to extract its wealth, it can be worth over $10 million.
mercy.
That's a little bit bigger than the 6.
All right, I hope I don't butcher this name. The Kinzu Bridge treasure. A group of bandits buried their stolen loot near Kenzua Bridge in the late 19th century. The hidden treasure is said to consist of gold coins and other valuables stolen during a daring heist. These items were allegedly buried in a remote area to avoid detection. Over time, the exact location of the treasure was lost, leaving only fragments of the story behind. Now, the bandits responsible for hiding the treasures remain unnamed. In historical records, the treasure is thought to have been hidden when the Kenzua Viaduct was still new and the area was bustling with activity. Stories suggest that the bandits never returned to recover the loot, possibly because they were captured or met their untimely deaths. Ends. Sorry. This left their stolen wealth untouched and waiting to be discovered. And if you happen to find the Kinzua Bridge treasure, you're looking at over $1 million.
I'm still wondering where the Kanzua Bridge is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It
Yeah,
doesn't give us a country or state or nothing.
no, it
In
didn't give
Pennsylvania.
a county or city.
Well,
Yeah,
that's screwed up.
Pennsylvania somewhere.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania
Yeah, somewhere in
somewhere.
Pennsylvania.
Rich is like, it ain't by my house.
Never heard of it.
Narrows it down, fellas. It's in Pennsylvania.
Okay, so if it's in Pennsylvania, that makes now I know what state it is.
Old Bull's diamond encrusted violin. A world renowned Norwegian violinist, Old Bull, is at the center of one of Pennsylvania's most intriguing treasure tales. In the 1850s, he established a settlement in Potter County, hoping to create a utopia of Norwegian immigrants. After the settlement failed, legend has it that Old Bill, in despair, tossed his diamond-encrusted violin into the surrounding woods. This violin is described as a masterpiece, crafted with exquisite skill and adorned with diamonds. It symbolizes Old Bull's passion for music and his dream of building a new community. Old Bull's Castle, now a historic site, is located in the wilderness of Potter County. The violin is believed to be hidden somewhere in this rugged area. Now, let me tell you how much it could be worth if you found this, but I've got a couple questions about it.
Okay.
The diamond-encrusted violin could be worth over $5 million today.
Right.
Its artistic and cultural importance could drive its value even higher if it ever were found. Now, if I'm reading this correctly, it sounded like he was losing all hope and just got fed up and just tossed it.
Right. That's what I in the story.
Wouldn't weather deteriorate the wood?
Yeah. They're
And
getting off
all
to
you're
the
gonna
left.
all that's
You
left
just-
is
you
maybe
just
the
seem prone.
diamond.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you find some of the I don't know what they used back then for the violins, copper or brass.
Brass, I think. Brass, right? Brass
If
and
you find
wood.
pieces of that, start looking for diamonds.
Yeah, but I'm with you. That's what I got from the story. He tossed it into the wood, so
Yeah.
it's gone.
Well, if you talk, yeah, it's not. There's no way.
Right. It'd be
But
gone.
yeah, you'd find that you might find the diamonds, but you ain't finding nothing else.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Huh.
And diamonds, you can't detect them with a metal detector. So
Yeah.
And so the overburden would
That's where you hope to find the brass pieces from the
Yeah.
violin.
Yeah.
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 The Doan outlaws were a notorious family of criminals who operated in Pennsylvania. And while they were infamous from robbing tax collectors and wealthy settlers and even the Continental Army payroll shipments, it is believed that the gang hid their stolen riches in secret caches across Bucks County. The Doan brothers, particularly Moses and Levi, were the leaders of the gang, known for their daring exploits. They were hunted by authorities for years. The treasure is thought to be hidden in areas near New Hope, Pennsylvania, possibly in caves or under landmarks known to the gang. The cache is believed to have been hidden in the 1780s during the gang's most active years. After Moses was killed and Levi captured, the exact location of their hoards were lost. Now, if you do happen to find a Doan outlaw's hidden cache, it is estimated to be worth over $2 million.
Oh.
wow, Rich, there's a lot of money around you.
Yeah. I've heard of Potter County, but that's upstate a little bit.
Yeah. Now, this next one, I am definitely going to butcher it because I don't speak French. But it's apparently the Frontenac's buried treasure. Comte de Frontenac was a French colonial. He was a governor in the late 17th century. During his time in New France, Frontenac was rumored to have hidden a significant fortune in Pennsylvania to safeguard it from enemies or future conflicts. Some accounts suggest that he buried the treasure to secure it during turbulent times, while others believed it was intended to fund a secret mission. Although the treasure has never been found, adding to its mystique, Frontenac is believed to have hidden the fortune somewhere along the uh, Susquehanna River?
Susquehanna.
Susquehanna. Okay, thank you, Rich. In Pennsylvania. Historical clues point to areas near modern-day Harrisburg, but no definite evidence has
There you go.
surfaced. The Frontenac was known for his strategic thinking, ambitious plans, which led to the credibility of the idea of a secret hoard. Now, if you do find it, it's well worth over $10 million, but the exact amount depends on the contents and their condition. But it would undoubtedly attract a global attention.
Mm-hmm.
What's it supposed to be? Like a box or?
Oh, who knows? It could be in clay jars or something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know. Or it could be in ball mason jars.
That close
I
to
don't
the
know if they had them then.
Susquehanna.
Yeah. The silver mine of French Creek. Now, this story dates back to the early 1700s when French explorers discovered a rich vein of silver near the present-day Chester County, Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
The explorers mined and refined the silver in secrecy, fearing it would attract attention from rival nations or settlers. Before they could extract much of the ore, the site was abandoned and its location forgotten. The treasure is believed to be hiding a silver vein along with tools, possibly refined silver left behind the French. Some accounts suggest that the site also contains artifacts from explorers, making it valuable historically as well financially. The mine is thought to have been hidden or lost when the French forces retreated during the 1730s due to increasing conflicts with the British. Local stories place the site near French Creek, a winding waterway. Now, the French explorers involved were not named in historic records, but their activities are supported by evidence of French settlements in the region. Now, if you
Me
were
and Darth prospected there before,
okay,
French Creek.
yeah.
Huh.
There's a little bit of gold there, like flat poop, but not really that much.
Yeah.
Now, if you were able to discover this silver mine, it could be estimated over $10 million. Even if it's a unique history, it could even be more valuable to collectors and museums if you, depending on the artifacts, but the ore itself.
I think Darth was with me. I'm not sure. I know I went there. I was there at French Creek before.
Been right by it.
I've never been. I haven't been. I've been to Pittsburgh, and that's about the only place I've ever been in Pennsylvania.
Okay, the Braddock Gold. During the French and Indian War, General Edward Braddock led British and colonial troops against the French at Fort Duquesne. I think I said that right. If I didn't, that's all right.
Yeah.
After suffering a devastating defeat, it is said that Braddock's forces buried a chest of gold coins and other valuables to prevent it from being captured. The treasure is believed to consist of gold coins meant to pay the soldiers and purchase supplies. Some stories suggest it may also include valuable documents or personal items of the officers. General Braddock, who was mortally wounded in the battle, likely ordered the treasure to be hidden. His second in command, George Washington, helped organize the retreat, but there are no records of the gold being recovered. The treasure is thought to be buried near Braddock's Road, close to the Laurel Highlands of Pennsylvania. The gold was hidden in July of 1755, shortly after Braddock's defeat. The rugged terrain and dense forests provide natural cover, making the exact location difficult to find. And if you do happen to find it, it's well over $6 million.
If
Wow.
you do find it, don't tell nobody.
Yeah, that's government money.
Bingo.
It's just crazy how all this stuff is in Pennsylvania.
Well, it's 17 treasures of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's funny how much stuff is in
Yeah.
Pennsylvania.
How many treasures there are.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not like Pennsylvania's on the coast or nothing.
Right.
Exactly. Well, off to the lost treasures of Hobson's diamonds. William C. Hobson's, also known as Wild Bill, was a seasoned airmail pilot renowned for his daring flights. On October 18th, 1928, while flying a mail route from New York to Cleveland, his plane went down near Polk, Pennsylvania.
Huh.
Now, the exact cause of the crash remains unclear, but it resulted in the loss of both Hobson's life and his precious cargo. He was actually transporting a valuable shipment of diamonds worth over $50,000 at the time. Following the crash, local residents have recovered more than 300 diamonds from the wreckage.
Wow.
However, it is believed that nearly 100 diamonds remained unaccounted for, sparkling ongoing interest among treasure hunters. The diamonds are believed to be scattered in a wooded area surrounding the crash site near Polk. Now, if you do happen to find all the diamonds from the Hobson crash, it is estimated to be worth near $720,000 in today's currency.
Wow. So,
Man,
but people have already found a bunch, though, you say.
Yes.
That's cool.
But there's still apparently a number still unaccounted for. So
I'll tell you what. Look at that guy's flight suit.
Uh-huh.
That just screams I didn't have a heater.
Well, yeah, right.
yeah.
Yeah. that would
He's
work.
bundled.
And we're up for the Cornwall Iron Furnace Gold. The Cornwall Iron Furnace, established in 1742 by Peter Grubb, was a significant iron production site in Pennsylvania. Over time, legends have emerged about hidden gold associated with the furnace, though concrete evidence remains elusive. The treasure is believed to consist of gold coins or bullion, possibly profits from the iron operations or personal wealth concealed during times of unrest. Some stories suggest that the furnace owners hid their wealth to protect it from theft or during periods of economic instability. Peter Grubb, the founder, and later the Coleman family, who acquired the furnace in the late 18th century, are often linked to these tales. The treasure is thought to be hidden somewhere on the furnace property or in the surrounding areas of Cornwall, Pennsylvania. And if you do happen to find it, the value could be estimated at over $1 million.
Wow.
Cornwall, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Good treasure.
Is something else.
Now we're off to the lost treasure of General John Sullivan. Whoops, go back. Wrong one. General John Sullivan was a prominent figure in the American Revolutionary War. He led the Sullivan Expedition in 1779, aiming to neutralize the threat posed by the Iroquois Confederacy, who were allied with the British. Sorry about that. During his campaign, it is rumored that Sullivan's troops buried a cache of military supplies, possibly including weapons, ammunition, and other valuables to lighten their loads or safeguard their resources. The exact contents of this hidden cache remain a mystery, as no records were ever detailed that it was ever concealed. The treasure is believed to be buried somewhere along the route of the Sullivan expedition, which traversed parts of Pennsylvania and New York. Specific locations often mentioned include areas near Finger Lakes, such as the vicinity of Honeo Lake or Candace Lake in New York. Canada's Lake in New York, sorry. The exact time and reasons for concealing the supplies are subject to speculation among historians and treasure hunters. Now, if you were able to find this cache that include military artifacts, weapons, and ammunition from the Revolutionary War era, its worth could be significant to collectors and historians.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And gotta say, this one, the conservative estimate price might place it at $100,000.
That's still worth finding.
Yeah, but man, could you imagine finding like the old guns and stuff?
Sure.
I mean, they could have greased them down. They'd still be good.
You never
So,
know. Right.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The Belsano train robbery in October 11th, 1924, a train carrying a $33,000 payroll for the Edensburg Coal Company was ambushed near Belsano, Pennsylvania. Robbers Michello Bassi and Anthony Pezzi boarded a train at concrete bridge crossings. They fatally shot James Garman, who was the guard, and escaped with the money. Now, despite a manhunt, Bassi and Pezzi were apprehended 2 weeks later in Terre Haute,
Terre Haute.
Indiana, which
Terre Haute.
yeah, Terre Haute, each carrying a gun and $3,000 in cash. However, there was still $27,000 unrecovered. Pezzi and Bassi were convicted of first-degree murder and executed in February of 1925. The unrecovered portion of the loot is believed to be hidden near the robbery site in Belsano, possibly buried or concealed in the surrounding area. Now, the unrecovered $27,000 from 1924, whether that would be, I'm assuming paper money.
Right.
It would be equivalent to $450,000 today, but the numismatic value could be even higher.
Right. Uh-huh.
The lost treasure of Blue Mountain. Now, this is a legendary hoard said to be hidden deep within the rugged Blue Mountain Range. According to local tales, it was hidden by a notorious pirate named Captain Elias Thorne during the early 18th century. Thorne was known for raiding merchant ships and amassing a fortune of gold, jewels, and priceless artifacts. It is said to have that it had been concealed to protect it from rival pirates and British authorities. Now, some of the versions of the story suggest that Thorne left behind cryptic maps and clues for most of his trusted crew member. The Blue Mountain, known for its dense forest and dangerous terrain, is thought to hold the treasure in one of its many hidden caves.
Huh.
Legends suggest it was hidden around 1723, shortly before Thorne vanished under mysterious circumstances. Now, if you were able to find the Blue Mountain treasure, it's estimated to be today's value $100 million.
Wow.
I know where Blue Mountain is, but I don't know where the treasure is.
Start looking.
I was gonna say for 100 million, you better walk it slow. Take a tip.
Dang.
That's a lot of money.
Yes.
General Anthony Wayne's lost payroll. Now, General Anthony Wayne was a prominent figure in the American Revolution, the American War, known for his military skills and daring. I got somebody here. Anyways, nicknamed Mad Anthony for his boldness, he led many successful campaigns. The lost payroll is believed to consist of gold and silver meant to pay the Continental troops. It is said to have disappeared in the 1780s while being transported through Pennsylvania's wilderness. The coins were likely hidden to protect them from the British forces or bandits, but the exact location was never recorded. The treasure is thought to be hidden near the Allegheny River in western Pennsylvania. Historical accounts suggest that Wayne or his men concealed the payroll in a hurry, possibly burying it in an unmarked spot. Now, if you were able to find these coins, their worth is $5 million.
Which word was that one?
What's that again?
I said, which one was that one? What horde was it?
The General Anthony Wayne's lost payroll.
Okay.
He had a payroll of gold and silver coins. So they had to bury it real quick. So
Right.
it's somewhere. On to Molly McGuire's hidden cache. Molly McGuire's was a secret group of Irish coal miners active in Pennsylvania during the 19th century. They were known for fighting against unfair labor practice and harsh working conditions in the coal industry. According to legend, they hid a cache of stolen gold and valuables during their resistance efforts. It is said that treasure was accumulated through robberies and secret contributions to the fund their cause. Some stories suggest that James McParland, a Pinkerton detective who infiltrated the group, may have uncovered hints about its location. The treasure is thought to be buried in the coal-rich regions of northeastern Pennsylvania, possibly in or near an abandoned mine. The group allegedly hid the cache in the 1860s to protect it from law enforcement and rival factions. Now, if you were able to find this hidden cache, it could be worth an estimated $15 million. Now, this is based on the value of the gold coins and the rare jewelry and the potential of historical significance. Collectors and historians would likely pay a premium for these items, so it could be worth a little bit more.
Right.
And
Wow.
on to our,
buried.
yeah. Now, this one's our last one in Pennsylvania, but I got one more story after this.
Okay.
Tim's
Real
Foot
quick
Locker.
one. Yeah, that Foot Locker is back, and that Foot Locker is about the French Auxilium treasure. The French Asylum treasure is linked to a settlement established in Pennsylvania in 1793 by French aristocrats fleeing the French Revolution. The settlement, known as French Asylum, Azilum, was meant to be a safe haven for those escaping the turmoil. Among the settlers were wealthy families who brought their valuables with them, including gold, jewels, and fine silver. Some legends claim that Marie Antoinette, the Queen of France, may have been expected to seek refuge here, adding to the mystery of what the treasures might include. Now, the treasure is thought to be buried near the site of the French asylum along the Sacagawea, the river in Pennsylvania. Historical accounts suggest that it was hidden around late 1790s as the settlement declined and many residents left the area. And if you were able to find this treasure hoard, it could be worth an estimated $20 million.
I got to say one thing about that chest. If I found out on the side of a river, I don't know. I'd have to be pretty quidgy to open it up and just see what was inside of it. It'd be my luck. It'd be somebody folded in half or something. I'd be
You
like, oh,
better smell it. It's better smell
yeah.
it first.
Take a whiff first.
Now, I wouldn't be looking for a chest. I'd just be looking for let's say it was that. I'd be looking for the little grommets around the corners, the clasps and all that. That's where I'd be looking for and try to pinpoint them because eventually it's going to deteriorate, especially underwater.
Oh yeah, you know that chest is
Depending if it was made out of wood or
Sure.
iron,
gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stuff stays underwater a long time.
Yeah. Now, this one was sent to me by Stephen France. A little article about the mound giants in Indiana said to antedate the Indian.
Ah, okay.
Now, this article is out of South Bend, Indiana. 8 skeletons, one of them clad in copper armor, and a hoard of rare war weapons and bits of personal adornment have been found in a mysterious mound on the farm of Grove Vosburg near Walkerton. Vosburg, a 70-year-old farmer, had long desired to know the secrets of the mound, which, according to local tradition, dates back hundreds of years. Secretly excavating this pile of earth, he came upon a strange burial place. Giant skeletons, 8 of them laid in a circular formation, arranged like the spokes of a wheel, with the skulls together. The copper breastplates, bands, and other bits of armor adorned the skeleton of one man, who apparently had been of giant stature. Embedded in the skull was a beautifully chipped flint arrowhead. Now, the soft earth of the mound revealed other treasures, 3 pounds of ore, believed to be either silver or white gold, lie with the bones. They were corroded copper bands, which antiquaries were believed were used to bind the war clubs. 2 pipe bowls, one smooth black stone, and another carved with a replica of a fantastic monster were found. That's what I'm reading.
Well, it definitely is not hard to figure out what happened to them if they got an arrowhead shoved in their skull.
Yes. Now, the belief that the bones are not those of the Indians, but belong to an ancient and little-known race of mound builders has arisen because of the great size of the bones and the fact that the skull formations are not those of the Indian types. The skulls have seemed to have little foreheads and eye cavities are high in the head. Now, I tried to do a little bit more research, and unfortunately, I couldn't find a photograph
Dang.
or a drawing.
Dang. That's one of them things that should be on Ancient Aliens, right?
Yes, and I'm sure it probably has been.
Well, you
Should
can never
be,
can
right?
tell. It could have been.
It should be. Because if it's, or I wonder if them pieces are in a museum somewhere. The copper breastplates and blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
Well,
Should
you
be,
figure
right?
if they got those, you figure if they have those, they'd have the bones too. But
Yeah, right, right. They should be in a museum somewhere like
Yeah.
the Smithsonian or something.
Well, it's not like somebody's going to go, oh my gosh, you dug up my relative. So,
Right. They're 8-foot giants.
yeah. So
Huh. Interesting story,
I've,
though.
I've heard of, I have heard of that before.
I've heard of that too, but not in Indiana. Yeah.
Of course, next week we have open mic night. So the following week we're going to talk about some treasures that have been found in Pennsylvania.
Oh, cool. All right.
Ooh, switching the old boot.
On
Yeah.
that note, we're kicking on over to Rich Cooley. He's got
So I got a question. That one, which was the treasure that they think was found but wasn't found?
Uh,
Or are you going to cover that next week?
next week.
Okay. Copy that.
ink was found but wasn't found.
Yeah, we'll cover it next week.
All right, cool. That sounds
I like that. It was found, but it wasn't found.
but it wasn't found. We found
Wrong treasure.
they found another treasure.
That's good.
Still fun.
Yeah,
That's
We
good.
already talked about it a long time ago.
Roger.
All right, so we're gonna start off. Let me
Pull up some
find out where to share the screen.
Yep. Share screen is enabled.
I just got to get to the right page so I can find it.
Roger that. Oh. God. At the yawnies. Sorry.
Let it, Tim.
Sorry.
Is
the
it share?
Sunday yawnies. Do.
There, it's sharing now, right?
Working on it. Yeah. It says this. There it is.
All right, feldspar.
Feldspar.
All right, feldspar is a group of rock forming aluminum tectosilicate minerals, also containing other cations such as sodium, calcium, potassium, or barium. The most common members of the feldspar group are plagoclase, and it just says sodium, calcium, feldspar, and the alkali with a whole bunch of percentage. I ain't getting into that.
Uh-huh.
Feldspar crystallize from magma as both intrusive and exclusive igneous rocks, and are also present in many types of metamorphic rock. Rock formed almost entirely of calcic plioklase feldspar is known as anorthosite. Feldspars are also found in many types of sedimentary rocks. The name feldspar derives from the German feldspat, a compound of the words feld and spat. Feld is field and spat is flake. Spat had long been used, a word for a rock, usually cleavage in flakes. Feldspat was introduced in the 18th century as a more specific term, referring perhaps to the common occurrence in rocks found in the fields. Urban Bruckmann in 1783. So the change from spat to spar was influenced by English word spar, meaning a non-apic mineral with good cleavage. So compositions, the feldspar group of minerals consist of tellurosilicates, three-dimensional network. Compositions of major elements in the common feldspars can be expressed in terms of three end members. Solid solutions between the orthoclase and alberg are called alkali feldspar. The ratio of alkali feldspar to plagoclase feldspar, together with the proportion of quartz, is the basics of QAPF classification of igneous rock. Alkali feldspars are grouped into two types, these containing the potassium in combination with sodium, aluminum, or silicon. Let's see. Ammonium feldspar is with a chemical formula. It's mineral associated with hydrothermal alteration of the primary feldspar minerals. And then you have a barium feldspar and a plioclase feldspar. Structure of the feldspar crystal is based on aluminosilicate, whatever, I don't know what that other word is. Each oxygen ion in turn is shared by the neighboring. I don't know why they have all these hard words.
I know, right?
Whatever it is. It's a three-dimensional network, basically.
They need to break it down for us into
Right.
layman's terms.
What the heck it is.
Right.
Trying to find out where they're
Feldspar. Wow, I thought.
Where are they from? Where are they from? Where are they from?
They look really just dull, don't they?
Yeah, well, feldspar.
Production: China, India, Italy, Turkey.
Okay. Feldspar. Sounds very
Where
familiar.
they're from. Yep.
Oh, the orange in the one looks kind of cool. The gray one's cool.
So they have different colors: pink, white, gray, brown, and blue. See the hardness 6.0 to 6.5 on the Mohn scale. Density is 2.56.
Marble-ish color, like a marble.
Yeah.
Still cool.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool there.
Yeah, they're not wrong with that.
Different one.
Or that one.
The first ones look like
Looking at
they
that,
hold-
and looking at this, and looking at that,
Right,
you tell the difference of a feldspar.
right.
They
See, I
don't
like
look nothing alike.
no, they don't look nothing alike at all. I'd be like, that's a jade and that's a rock. Because yeah. The green one looks like a
I
gem.
mean, that looks nothing like that. And
Yeah.
that looks nothing like that.
No. Lots of varieties of feldspar.
And that looks nothing like that.
No. Interesting stone.
I don't know how you could tell, that being a feldspar to this being
Feldspar, right.
unbelievable.
To me, that red one looks like garnetish.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Feldspar.
Unbelievable. Huh.
Yeah, it's very strange. Yeah, look at that. Looks like a diamond almost. Oh, what the world? See, now that looks like jade. And
How do you say that?
Oh, crikey.
Diopside.
Diopside. Oh, that sounds right.
That's what I'm calling it.
That sounds good to me, Rich.
Diopside is my clinic pyroxene mineral with composition. It forms complete solid solution series. It forms variable colors, but typically dull green crystals. Basically, let's see what the hardness is. Hardness is a 5.5 to a 6.5 on the Mohn scale. Formation, the diaposide is found in ultramafic and diopside rich augite is common in mafic rocks such as olivine, basalt, and andesite. It's also found in a variety of metamorphic rocks, such as in contact metamorphose. Scorns developed from the high silica dolomites, and is an important mineral in the Earth's mantle and is common in periodotite. It's a crystotile, which is a white asbestos. It can react with hydroless solutions of magnesium and chloride to yield crystotile by heating at 600 degrees Celsius for 3 days. So I guess it reacts. So at relatively high temperatures, there's a mechability gap between the dioxide and pignonite at low temperatures between dioxide and orthorite. As a gemstone quality dioxide is found in two forms: black star dioxide and chrome dioxide, which includes chromium, giving it a rich green color at a 5.5 to 6.5 on the Mohs scale. Chrome dioxide is relatively soft to scratch due to the deep green color of the gem. They're sometimes referred to as Siberian emeralds. Although they are on the gemological level of completely unrelated, emerald being a precious stone and dioxide being a semi-precious stone. The green dioxide crystals include with a white feldspar matrix, excuse me, are also sold as gemstones, using as beads or cabochons. So that's another one that I picked. I picked feldspar with this one and didn't even know it.
Right. I mean, it doesn't, if you look at the stones, they don't look very expensive, but the chrome dioxide's real pretty. It's a deep, deep green.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's deeper than jade.
Yeah. I mean, that is green, green.
And a lot of necklaces and stuff out
I
of these.
bet. Yeah. Yeah. Look at how green that is. Man.
Yeah.
That's pretty Jimmy.
That is. And it's not expensive.
Mhm.
Where's the black star one? I don't see it yet. The black dioxide, black star. Even in its raw form, it looks cool.
I don't know. Let's see.
Huh. I don't either. I've seen it at the top of the page, but I don't see it down in the.
Chrome dioxide rings.
Oh, there's rings. Cat's eye. It's a nice looking stone.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, really is. That is green. Damn.
I guarantee.
Green, green, green. Yeah, that's pretty cool stone, actually.
Yeah.
And it's not super expensive. You look at
Yeah,
it.
it almost looks like an emerald.
Yeah, it's super,
Yeah.
super, super green.
Yeah.
Very cool. I like that one. Feldspar was okay stone, but I like the diopside. Diopside. That's what we're calling it. Hopefully it's what it was.
Diopside.
Huh?
Diopside.
Diopside.
You just like that word.
It's a cool word, diopside.
Yeah, you can say that to most things like what the heck is that? Soap?
Diopside.
I
Stone.
thought my phone was junk yesterday.
Why is that?
I dropped my phone in freaking water.
Oh, geez. Well, it should be waterproof, right? Ain't it waterproof?
Well,
Rich is like, yeah, right.
it was, and it was on the whole
Uh-huh.
time, and I didn't turn it off. They
Right.
said the first thing you're supposed to do is turn it off and take it to somebody. Well, I didn't turn it off. I left it on.
Right.
Just put it in a
First
bag of
thing I
rice.
did was I blowed it out down here and blowed everything out, and then I took it out of the case. I took it out of the case, and wasn't no water got behind it.
Oh, well, see. But
Yeah, you're good.
What
no
is that
water
again?
got behind it at all. The only water that got inside was in here.
what kind is it, though? It's a Galaxy what?
Galaxy, yeah. So I blew it out for about an hour or two. I went to plug it in, and then alarm went off.
Oh,
Condensation in the port. And I thought, oh man, I ain't gonna be able to charge this thing.
You're just throwing a bag of rice.
Laid it in front of the fan for about 3 hours.
I thought all
Rice,
the
rice will suck the water right out of everything.
Yeah.
And I plugged it back in, and it worked fine.
Good.
They said, I looked it up, and they said don't put it in rice. So,
Really?
yeah, that's what they said.
Wonder why.
Yeah, because it's easy and they don't get paid for it.
Yeah.
But
it could be
Yeah, I mean, I
particles
heard
in the
that
rice.
before. It said to put it in rice because it'll suck.
Oh, trust me, I've used a bag of rice several times, and yes, it works. It sucks the water
but
right out of everything.
I thought all the newer phones are completely waterproof. Like I could drop mine in the toilet and take it out; it'll still work. Water don't hurt it.
Fine.
Right, but the thing of it is, you can't plug it in to charge it until it's dry.
Probably. You're probably right about that, Rich. But how can you use it underwater?
But I just put mine on a little thing and it just starts
That's
charging.
what I do. I set
Got the wireless.
That's mine too, wireless charge. Yeah.
Ooh, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Well, that's true too. If you set it on the plug, you're okay. But if you go to plug it in, you can't because of the port.
Right.
Yeah.
Has water in it. Yeah.
But yeah, we could film underwater with these.
Yeah.
You guys out there in Radio Land, Tim's going to have apps for his refrigerator and washer and dryer next.
Yeah, I have a little cover right there for mine.
Me
I
too.
just pop it out.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
and
Yeah, you'd be cool then. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's still waterproof regardless without this, but
yeah.
Right.
extra layer.
And since
The
Rob
joys
just
of
pointed that
Apple.
out, since Rob just pointed that out for all you guys that say, "Oh, I want to go to Arizona gold digging and stuff like that," remember one thing: when you're digging, that plug-in thing will suck black sand into it like a magnet.
Oh, even
So
right
don't
there.
have your phone in your pocket.
Speakers.
Oh, in your speakers? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they're magnets, right? Don't they got little
Yeah.
magnets on them?
they'll go into every port, and you got to get canned air and blow it out, or you won't plug it.
I haven't blown
yeah.
mine.
I'll take this case apart and it'll be red dust inside.
Wow. I haven't blown mine out in a while. I probably should tomorrow.
I took mine all apart and it was so dirty inside.
Yeah.
No water got in it though.
I could say thank God for these heavy duty cases because I drop mine 2 to 3 times a day on concrete and it's still fine. It just bounces. It's fine. It's good.
Yeah, I got lucky, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I got to put another, what the heck you call them, safety shield on my
Oh,
phone.
the screen glass.
Well, my eye was hurting, so the wife put a bowl of ice water there, right beside the thing, right beside my chair, and I had my phone sitting on the side of the chair, and I bumped it, and it bounced off right in the thing.
Right into.
Bloop.
I looked down, I was like, "You got to be freaking kidding me!" And the phone was still on, and I took it out, shook it off. I was like, "You're."
I thought you had the newest Galaxy.
You see what Darth said?
What?
He said my vape went through a ride through my suction nozzle once, blew it out, and it still worked.
A vape is pretty loyal about that. Yeah. Gotta dry that coil out. It'll be fine.
I went through a nozzle.
Blow it out. Still ticking.
That's funny.
Like an old Timex watch. Takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Who was that guy? What was his name?
Energizer Bunny.
No, the guy that years and years ago, the guy that used to do the advertisement for Timex commercials. I'm blah, blah, blah. And your Timex watch will take a licking and keep on ticking. Remember?
Oh my gosh, man. That's
What
like
the hell was his name?
That's back in the late 70s for
That was
people.
probably 70s.
I was a youngster back then.
Early 70s, probably. It was, what was his name?
I don't know. And I memorized commercials for all my life, but I don't know who that was.
Oh, dang. He always said his name. They'd have it like on the strapped around an elephant's foot. An elephant can wear a Timex watch and it keeps ticking.
What was around an elephant's foot. It's not like it hits anything.
No, they just had it strapped around his ankle.
Yeah, he just steps flat down and the watch is on his ankle.
Right. But it sold a lot of watches. What the hell is his name?
Don Rickles?
No. Oh my God. What
Well,
was
he would have been about the right time, but I don't
John
think that.
Sways.
what'd you say?
John Cameron Sways. No.
No, no. Damn it. Oh, this makes me crazy. What was his name? I'm blah blah blah.
Lugal
No, Jaron, you haven't Googled that yet.
it.
Uh,
Old time
I'm
Timex.
watching the commercial and then he's not saying his name.
Is it?
Did you just see the elephant?
they did some crazy commercials.
Is that an old school live
Here you go,
TV?
Timex
What's
watch.
John Cameron Swayze, Rich?
Tim, that's when they
Says
had.
Mike
That's when they
David
had the best
Morrell.
commercials.
No, it was John Cameron Swayze.
Hmm.
I'm John Cameron Swayze. And the Timex watch could take a licking and keep on ticking.
Was it John Cameron?
Yeah, it was
John Cameron Swazi.
I
Swayze.
told you it was him.
Yeah, that was him. It was in the 60s. Yeah,
The 60s.
60s. Yeah.
Heck, that's old.
John Swazi watched Timex Take a Licking by Tampa Bay.
Told
Yeah.
you it was him. No, him.
That didn't sound right. And then after seeing it, it's like, hey, yeah, and that's him. I see his picture. That's him.
That's Tim's like, that's him.
It takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
You know what? Is Timex has still got that, don't they?
They still take a licking and keep on ticking.
Yeah, they still sell them. I got a Timex upstairs.
Yeah. Yeah, they
They
still
don't advertise like they used to, but
No, I don't. Do they even advertise?
I've never seen anything on TV for a long time.
I haven't seen a Timex watch commercial since I can't remember when.
Maybe in magazines, but
Yeah, in magazines,
I
definite.
don't know, maybe I might have something here.
You got a jar full of Timex watches? Are they still ticking?
No, that's not tied.
Digital don't count. Gotta
No,
be,
not a Rolex, but
but is
yeah,
it?
these are all metal detecting watches. But no, I have a Timex upstairs that my dad gave me.
And it takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
unless you get wet.
No, they kept going too. We took this Timex watch to 500 feet, and it takes a licking and keeps on ticking. They did. I'm telling you, he put it through all the tests, and it just.
I reckon.
They were asking in chat because we didn't say anything about Blind Frog Ranch. We
Oh,
kinda
not yet.
went off the subject there when we was talking about that. But there wasn't a lot going on, just the first episode, kind of recap and then talking about what their plans are.
So
Not a whole lot going on
the
yet.
episode I watched Saturday night was episode 1, and that was when they yeah, I don't even know what to say. They did. They they were diving that cave, and then they were walking around in the hills.
Yeah, but didn't they already did that, dived into the cave.
Well, it was the continuation, I think, from the end of last season.
Oh,
It was episode 1, I believe. So is that where we're at, or just episode 1, Jaron?
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't miss nothing on that. Yeah, I didn't gain a whole lot, but I didn't miss nothing. What about the old skinwalkers?
That is like, I might as well just switch over and watch Oak Island.
Oh,
yeah, exactly. Jaron, you are right on the money, buddy.
Time you finally come to the dark side.
It's just all they do is fly drones and
Shoot rockets.
shoot rockets.
I love it. Finally.
This time they started 2 fires to see if they could magically see the orb field that they think is there.
With
And that
2
didn't
fires.
work out.
Yeah.
But they got some really cold spots on
Where the fire wasn't at.
the cameras,
Right.
But at the same time, they have these big like dumpsters full of wood, and they're burning it, and there's firemen spraying water on it the whole time. So that could explain the cold spots.
That could explain the portal. So rockets and drones and helicopter. Don't forget the helicopter flights too,
Yeah.
and dropping balls. Yeah, yeah. Don't forget that.
And
You
then
are right.
Freddie and Juan.
Yeah, Freddie
That
won.
one was a good one. They mostly time and time again. Mostly it's just they need better ground,
Right.
but they did make a few improvements and stuff, but
So Juan was back.
yeah.
Okay. And they made improvements, which they always do.
And I'm not really sure when this was filmed
Right.
because he didn't have the droopy face this time. So either he healed really quick
Right.
or it's out of
Or,
the timeline.
Well,
right.
he might have lost some weight, I'm thinking.
Could be out of timeline too. Could be like episode 14 and they're showing
Hey,
it.
who did Juan work with before they started doing this show?
He
Was it
worked for bop, 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 bop.
wasn't it the Hoffmans or no? See, I can't remember who Juan
Why do I want
worked
to say it
with.
was the Hoffmans? But then I'm thinking it was Parker.
Well, the
He worked
Hoffmans are Oregonian, and I do believe Juan is from Oregon.
well,
Like,
like I said, this was back in the day when the
yeah.
Hoffmans was on Gold Rush.
And
And
then
I thought that he did work for him, but I
Yeah.
can't remember who he worked for before he started going with Freddie.
I think you're right. I think it was the Hoffmans. Right. Rob, I swear it was.
It's got to be because nobody. I mean,
It has
if
to
he
be.
worked, if he worked with Parker, Parker wouldn't have let him go.
Right. Right.
And the only thing I'm thinking of is like the only chance that he had to, he was already on Discovery. He's like, okay, well, I'll just go this direction. Is if he was working with the Hoffmans, which
he wasn't
quit.
working with
yeah, he started with the Hoffmans,
and
according
then
to
Yeah,
and then did he go work with Dave Turn for a while?
I think so.
I can't
I
remember.
think maybe, yeah, I think maybe so. Like for a year, for a
Yeah,
season.
for like a season. Yeah. Huh. Yeah.
But for like all the stuff that he does, man, you'd be, well, he's got his own thing going now, so it's cool. But I mean, if he was working for somebody back then, I don't think they would have let him go. But
Right. I don't know. Strange. I can't remember. Seems like it's just been on forever and losing
Yeah,
track.
he was on Beach Crew season 9.
Oh, he was on Beach Crew.
Season 9 it says.
Okay. Okay. And
Which
that,
what we're like in season 15 or something.
right. Yeah, we're way up there now.
hey, Rob, look at your screen.
Ah, fancy spancy.
What's that? What's that? What's that?
Grand.
One
I
of the
just saw
things I
the
cut.
I just saw the top. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's coming along.
That looks good.
Much
Lisa
better.
painted it. Yeah, Lisa painted it. I was like, it was like a little thin brush. I'm like, well, I'm not doing that. I'm just staining it.
Oh, dear.
I don't. I don't have the patience to do all that stuff. She does. I don't.
Oh, Lord Scott.
I say, hey, I sit out there and cut them. Each one of those things takes about two hours to cut.
You push the button and you kick back and relax.
Well, you got to pay attention to a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like sometimes you got to there's a bow in your wood, but you can't see it,
Uh-huh.
and then the thing won't cut, and then it'll cut over here, and well, you just messed the whole piece of wood up.
Right.
So yeah, there's not just pushing a button, and you got CAD and CAM work. You got a lot of stuff to do.
Which I bet Lisa programs it. Go.
You got to change the bit.
Go. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Got to change that bit.
Yeah,
It's like changing a drill bit, ain't it?
Well, it's harder than that.
Ah,
Takes 2 wrenches.
yep. Oh, Lordy. Scott.
Yeah, Tony, CNC cutting machine, the Shapeoko Pro.
Oh, mercy. It come out good, though. Looks.
Yeah, you know what I was thinking? When we're going to do another auction or what the heck we call that? Or
Fundraiser.
yeah, there you go.
I don't know. I gotta see how much we got left in our PayPal account. And we'll just.
Well, I think Lisa wanted me to ask you if you've got Gold Prospectors space or Prospectors radios file that you can send her so she could put in the CAD and CAM work so we can cut one of those.
I have to look and see. I have to look and see.
She goes, he's got to have it. If he's got stickers and T-shirts and this, he's got to have that.
I probably have it on something around here. One of these computers.
I saw something. You don't even know. It's been that long since you did anything with it. See?
Yeah, it has been.
But like the next fundraiser, I think I'm going to do, pretty good sign. It says Gold Prospector Space or Gold Prospectors Radio, depending on what somebody wants, I guess.
That's cool. That'd be pretty sweet. Pretty cool.
And I got to do tomorrow morning. I got to get your bag built, and I got to get freaking Ed's bag built tomorrow.
Oh, you got a double baggers going up.
Yeah, I was supposed to send Ed a bag probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and just stuff happens, and then I forget. And then when I do remember, it's like dark, and you're not going out putting in the desert in the dark. But I got his gold setting by itself up here in my video case. So
Gotcha.
all I got to do is put that in the bag.
Gotcha.
And yours, well, that's gonna take a little more. Well, I mean, since it's a special bag, I might do half fine gold and then maybe throw a little picker in there or something like that.
Cool.
Because it's going to one of our people somewhere.
Yeah. Yep, it is. You're right.
Or sometime.
Yeah. Yes, it is. It will be. For
And
sure.
trust me, boys, you won't mistake the gold that you find here in Arizona. Shiny, shiny, shiny.
One thing on a quick note, I think we only need 11 people now.
You still need people?
Yeah, 11.
Man, I thought I had like 5 or 6 the other day sign up.
It's like 4 the other day. Through the week, there was like 4. So we need 11. We're at 79.89.
Darn, man.
Close. 11.
I reckon.
11 worth. That's all we need. 11.
And don't forget, Flash in Your Pan, Tuesday night hangout live,
11.
8 o'clock Eastern. It's going to be open line Tuesday. And I think this is his last show. He might have one more before he goes on a 3-month vacation.
Hiatus. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Ed. You can't be taking a vacation off radio shows.
Hiatus.
You can do radio wherever you're at.
I guess you can. Yeah. To an extent.
Right.
He just can't.
Get on that better get on that cell phone, Ed. Do a YouTube live.
Yeah, I asked him about that, and he said, if he's out at an event or something, he's going to be at a job for like 3 weeks. He's going to be taking trailers and stuff like that, and maybe sleeping in a motel.
Oh,
But he was saying he was going to do maybe a little prospecting in the area if he had time, and then would go live or whatever.
right.
Well, I was gonna say if he's moving trailers and stuff, he's not gonna do that. I thought he was going on vacation, sitting back in the woods and tanning and stuff.
No, he just take him a little hiatus, give him a break.
Yeah, and this time it just kind of happened that he's going to be out of town for work during those 3 months, so he's kind of limited to what he can do show-wise.
Sure. Yep. So he takes his little break, which is good. It's healthy. Need a break, right? And on that note, we'll take us a little break and say good night, everybody. We want to thank you all for tuning in.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, gold
Don't forget,
diggers.
next week, open mic night also here on Prospectors Radio. So we'll
Hope
see
to see
you
y'all there.
next Sunday. Till then, we're out of here. Good
Cheers.
night.
Later, y'all.
Later.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.
Everybody rush to Pennsylvania. The gold rush is on.
Okay, then.
Oh, Kyle.